Good morning. This is Ian, CEO at We Offer Wellness, and today I'm with Anne. So, hello, Anne.
Hi,
I was just asking you where you work because I didn't know, I didn't remember. So, where are you at the moment?
I am based in East London, just near Stratford. So I've been here for a few years. And yeah, this is where I call home.
I was about to say, does it feel like home? Do you think about it in those terms?
I do, I do. I'm originally from Chicago, born and bred. And in 2015, I moved to the Netherlands. So I've been on this side of the pond for some years now, and then moved to London in 2020. So it's been kind of an interesting transition where the world was at during that period of time. But I have lots of family here, and it's led me to just really anchor into London's yeah, energy, vibe, and yeah, it's a happening place. I'm really happy to be here.
Hey, look, so Chicago, I mean, it's the home of house music. I mean, do you ever go back to Chicago?
I do, I do. I was there for the summer. My brother's gonna have a baby soon, so I'll be going back soon. But I am a huge house head. That is kind of something that actually music that I bring forth through my one of my offerings, Divine Dance. So I do weave some Chicago house and Afro trance into my offerings.
Well, I'll have to talk to you offline because I collaborated recently, and it's coming out soon on a track with Marshall Jefferson, Godfather of house music, and it's called
Yeah.
Yellow Meditation for the Dance Generation. So I'll get a copy to you for that. It's coming out soon. Anyway, so we're very similar in terms of music taste. Wellness, holistic work. Tell us about you. Where does this whole journey begin with you, Anne?
Yeah. So I guess the beginning of my journey was I've been a dancer my whole life. I've been dancing since I was 3 years old. And as you can imagine, the harsh reality of the dance industry is just that harsh. I continued dancing through university. I have a bachelor's in dance and psychology and had plans to pursue a dance and professional a career in professional dance. And through my university years, I got to a point where I was starting to realize that I really didn't love myself. I was hating on my body so much and kind of constantly in the mirror obsessing with like these little flaws, and it just was icky. I had developed some eating disorders and was really just at war with my body. And it was, I think, my third year in university that a hot yoga studio opened up in my yeah, in the town that I was going to school in. And I was like, all right, like an extra like fitness thing. It's new. Let me try it out. And that first class was transformational. I sweat more than I think I've ever sweat in my life. I cried at the end of the class in Shavasana. Because you know what it was, I am so used to as a dancer pushing myself to like, get my leg the highest and push myself to improve, 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 essentially believing that it was never good enough. And in this class, this teacher came over to me and it was in downward facing dog, three-legged dog, my leg up high. And she said, lower your leg down. And I was just like, what? I don't have to push myself past the point of like no return. And that for me was like epic because I was like, oh wow, I don't have to go to the extremes. Actually, there's medicine, there's wisdom, there's information and like the in-between. And actually I'm working with a different way of moving my body. So, a bit more parallel, kind of like modern dance. And I was really heavily into ballet at the time. So it was using different muscles and getting my body to different things, but also this meditation and this mindfulness and really loving, appreciating what was there, celebrating what I could do. And it was a lot, I was really able-bodied. So just kind of that introspection, that reflection allowed me to see that, is dance really what it used to be for me? This passion, this flow, this therapeutic aspect to it. And it was starting to lose its shimmer. Um, so I started getting really heavy into the my yoga practice. That was about 2012. And was taking classes like on a daily basis, mind you, still studying and everything. So it was quite hectic, but that was essentially what kept my mind at ease. And so as I moved towards graduation, finished my studies, I did my honors thesis, looking at the similarities between meditation and improvisation, and how we can use meditation to access different neural pathways and different movement patterns within our body. So that was kind of the seed had been planted for the work that I'm doing now. So it's almost 10 years ago, a little over 10 years ago. And so from there, I moved into, I graduated, back to Chicago, was starting auditioning for different dance companies, and essentially was a number at an audition, being rejected over and over again, getting closer to the last round. Eventually, I did get into 2 companies, and worked with one of them for about a year, but it was not what I needed. My mental health was taking a toll, and it's not easy work. The impact that professional ballet dancers put their bodies under is scientifically proven to look similar to that of an American football player. So just the constant rehearsal and repetition, and then essentially when you get to the stage, you're supposed to make it look easy. And so it is a beautiful art, but the lack of mental health resources, the lack of conversation at the time around what impact this has on a dancer's life outside of rehearsals, outside of performance, was just not prevalent at the time. So that was kind of my mission into my master's degree, to kind of address this. I did my master's in contemporary theater, dance, and dramaturgy when I moved to the Netherlands in 2015, and opened up my business, Mind Body Shalom, soon after that, seeing that there was a way for me to merge these 2 worlds of mindfulness, movement, and meditation with dance, and essentially wanting to give back to the dancers like me that wish I had the insight that I had at the time. So that was, yeah, in 2018, I founded Mind Body Shalom, and it was, I got certified in yoga in 2015 in Hatha, and since then I've been certified in Yin and Vinyasa, and also doing Yoga Nidra as well. And so I've just started to collect all these things: Lotus Reiki, which is more divine feminine Reiki, calling on Kuan Yin energy. I do hands-on healing as well, and sound healing, sound baths, sound journeys, and shamanic healing. So I've kind of evolved into a jack of all trades, but it all comes down to like the power of sound and movement. And when I first bought my root chakras crystal singing bowl, that was when I opened up my voice in 2020. And from my voice to my movement, I kind of fell back in love with dance at that time. And that's when the divine source kind of gave me this download of, you're supposed to come back to dance, and you're supposed to help empower people through movement. And it's not a dance class, it's not about performance, it's about how it feels. And through connecting with the elements, through connecting with your inner child, through movement, we can move through emotions, we can shift things within ourselves, we can make sense of things, we can just release stress and tension in the body. There's so much medicine, and the body keeps score. That book has been a big part of the work that I do. So it's been my mission to just share my experience with people, and through like eating disorders, addiction, essentially just feeling like there was something inherently wrong with me, to realizing that I had a light that was meant to shine, and I was scared and didn't have an environment that supported me in shining that light. So that's why I've created Mind Body Shalom, to just do that. And Divine Dance has been the final product of all of this work. It's a ceremonial dance space where I guide people through an experience into themselves, so that they can feel liberated, reclaim their sovereignty, and have these tools that they can come back to outside of the sessions. So
And this is absolutely wonderful. And you've articulated that, you've expressed it in a way that is a very clear understanding, with all the love and all the passion. And We Offer Wellness was always, Anne, about finding the people that aligned with us. And it's that finding your tribe, isn't it? And being with people that just want, to enjoy life as well, and, contribute to it. And all of this is going on with you. So sound, movement, the reasons why. Look, wonderful, wonderful, wonderful.
mm,
Um, East London then.
yeah.
So somebody comes into the platform We Offer Wellness, and they're looking for East London. Is there certain studios or premises that you're using?
Yeah, so I work, there's a venue in Hackney Wick called Akasa. That's where I hold regular divine dance sessions at. And then Yoga in the Stars is another studio in Leighton that I teach at and do other events, sound baths and things like that at. I have access to treatment rooms as well, kind of spread out through East London. I do come to people's homes as well. And at the moment, I am holding sessions in my own home as like a treatment space. I also do online sessions as well. So it's a slightly cheaper offering just because we're online. But I'd say that some people are a bit like hesitant to do some healing online, but it actually works very, very well, especially if people aren't able to access East London easily.
And there's no reason why anybody in anywhere in the world, apart from East London, can come and connect with you. And I really hope people do. So thank you, be with us. Now, we started to introduce something and it's putting you on the spot, and it's a wellness tip. Would you be able to communicate um, a wellness tip? So if somebody was to wake up on a Friday morning and they need to look at a pack of cards, and they're called the wellness tip cards, and they choose a card, and that's the card for them today, and on it is a tip. What could you offer for that, please?
Mhm. Yeah, so it's even I could say waking up first thing in the morning, and maybe you wake up feeling anxious or a heaviness in your chest, and you go to that deck to kind of see, what can I do, and pull a card, and my card comes up, and that card would be humming, the power of humming. So tuning into your own voice, our own voices are designed to heal ourselves, funny enough. There's a certain vibration that, just like when we're born, the vibration of our mother's voice. So we have that magic, that medicine within ourselves. So I would, on that card, it would say, sit down in a quiet space for 5 minutes and hum. Set a timer, and place a hand on your heart, and just kind of like the buzz of a bee, you just start to focusing on the heart space and feeling the vibration of your voice in your chest, your throat, and whatever's coming into your mind, using that vibration to just let it come through and out through the out breath, through the hum, and then breathing deep in and then humming. So letting that happen for 5 minutes. And I guarantee you by the end of that 5 minutes, your energy would have shifted. It also is humming is scientifically proven to shift, to relax and soothe your nervous system. It affects the
And,
vagus nerve.
I love it. I mean, as you know, I work with sound and movement myself, so the complex is an amazing thing. Thank you for doing this today.
Yeah.
Absolutely amazing. Please, people, come and find and that part of London or online. I think it'll be an amazing experience. But we're so glad that you're with us as well. Okay, thank you, and thank you very, very much.
Bye.